Welcome back. Today we continue with the same topic, that is planning. Planning, as we discussed previously, is what deciding in advance what is to be done, how it is to be done, and who's supposed to do it. So today we move further and elaborate the topic. Don't forget to subscribe and the channel and press the bell icon if you're the first time user for the regular updates. And so we are into the topic now. We are starting with planning process. Students, if you remember, management is a process which has got 5 functions, POSDC. So planning, the very first one, the primary function, it is a process in itself. How it is? Let's see. The very first step that we do in planning, if we are going to plan anything, the first thing that we do is we set the objective in very, very clear terms. That yes, this year we have to reach to, let's say, 100 crores of sales. So now if we have that target in mind, we are able to proceed in that direction. Okay. Then we develop the premises. That means we will assume that certain conditions will remain the way they are. Like this year, all the companies who must have established their objectives, all their developed premises have gone into wind. Why? Because of COVID, all the assumptions that these things will remain like this, the trains will go like this, it will go like that, everything is finished. Totally different scenario it is that we are living in right nowadays. So that is what premises is. We set certain assumptions on the basis of which necessary decisions are taken for planning. Then we identify the different courses of action that are possible to be taken while approaching those objectives. So now what are those? Identifying the objectives means, identifying the course of action means we are picking up the options available to reach that particular target. Like if you need to go to Delhi, you will be figuring it out that how exactly you will go to Delhi. Train, flight, bus, bike, or own car or taxi. So these are the different alternate options available. Now after identifying those options or alternate course of actions, we have to evaluate them. Which one is going to be proving to be efficient and effective in our situation? After the whole evaluation job is over, we are able to assess that the feasibility is there. It is possible for us to afford that method. We move into selecting an alternative. When we select an alternative, we are able to decide that yes, this is the way we are going to proceed, and we implement the plan. After implementation, we are into the stage where we have completed the whole process, and now we are going to do the follow-up action so that we keep on checking whether everything is going as planned or not. Okay. Now there are two categories of plans, that is, you can identify them in two ways. One is single use and the other one is standing plans. What are the single use plans? They are developed only for one particular job, one particular project, and usually for non-recurring activities, and they do not last more than 1 week or month like this. They are very short-lived. It includes the three categories, that is budget, programs, and project. These we'll be discussing later on. And what are the standing plans? These are looking after the activities which are taken care of on a regular basis, regular recurring activities. They ensure a smooth running of internal operations and improves the efficiency and effectiveness of decision making process as well as management as a whole. Now these are developed once, they are not developed every now and then. However, we need to modify them whenever we feel the need of it or as per the requirement of the organization. These include rules, methods and procedures and policies. And there are only two categories of plans, that is strategy and objectives, which we cannot fit into any of these two categories, that is standing and yes, single use plan. So now first we take up objective. The future expected desired position that we wish to reach is objective. It has to be very, very clearly identified, mentioned, and these are set up by the top management, filtered down to middle and then further lower management. These are very, very specifically defined, expressed, so that there is no confusion, there is absolute clarity in the minds of the employees. There is no confusion. Now what is the strategy? Strategy in Hindi we call it Ranneeti. Now these are the future long-term decisions that we have taken in advance, keeping in mind certain specific course of action that we will follow in any specific situation. These are the broad contours which define the organization's behavior in some specific conditions. Then we come to policy. Policies are what? These are the general statements. Remember, these are general statements which will channelize or which will guide your thought process, that your thinking, your method of thinking towards those common goals which you have set as objective. Okay, they will always direct the managerial actions, their decision making process, and how they are going to implement those decisions. These, and remember, these policies are very, very pervasive in nature. From top to middle to lower, even the workforce, everywhere it remains the same. It never changes. Like there can be a policy in an organization that if an employee is retiring, on that very day we will clear his all dues, his all retirement benefits, everything. So that is what happens. That is what the policy is. Okay. Policies means the way we are going to act in that situation. The basic general statement. Now, what is procedure? The stepwise following the activities, the chronological order in which an activity is to be carried out, and from starting to completion, that is what the procedure is. The sequence of steps or actions to be taken are generally to enforce a policy and to attain a predetermined objective. Now, this is what is mentioned in the point number 2. Just see there. A sequence of steps, a very, very methodical chain of activities which are to be carried out the way they should be, so that the policy that is to be followed, so that the procedure that is to be looked into has been taken care of. Okay. Then we come to method, a way, a prescribed manner in which a particular job is to be done. Now that is what is method. It is the job to be done in the best possible way to ensure efficiency and effectiveness. Now this may vary from situation to situation or job to job. Like if you are going to let's say build a road, a construction company, their method of laying the road will be different from what is the method of doing the accounting job for that company. The different jobs, different methods. Then come rules, something which we always do not like. Rules are the do's and don'ts in an organization, the specific statements which have to be followed in all possible conditions. No flexibility, no discretion, nothing is allowed. And also they do contain the penal actions also if there is anybody breaking the rules, because all that is covered in the definition of rule. Then we come to program and budget. Program is a detailed statement in which we are starting from the objective. Then policies, procedures, rules, tasks, different resources that are utilized or needed in that implementation job, and budgeting as well. All this is mentioned in a particular general statement, detailed statement, and that is called program. Okay, all these activities are summed up in program. Okay, then we come to budget. Budget is the numerically expressed in monetary terms the statement in which the expected outcomes or results are expressed. That means we are anticipating this much of revenues from an activity. We are expecting this much, these much of expenses in this whole process. All this is very methodically stated. And the most important thing, when we come to this, we are talking about also the controlling activity, because with budget we are able to control the high rising excess of expenses and any untoward expense which is unexpected kind of a thing, which also helps in cost saving and so many other ways. All the cash flows in and out are mentioned in this, and they clearly define the whole monetary health of the project or expected health of the project. Okay, that's it for today. Do subscribe the channel, like the video, and press the bell icon for the regular updates. And do not forget to get in touch for any kind of queries, problems, feedback. You're always welcome. Okay, now till the next video, stay in touch and stay healthy. God bless you all.